Okay, this is 11.5, the last section, and it's just on correcting entries in the subsidiary ledger accounts. It's really pretty short and simple and sweet, so I don't think that you'll have any trouble with it. First of all, journalizing correcting entries that affect customer accounts is what we're talking about. And you can make errors in recording amounts in the subsidiary ledgers that don't affect the general ledger. So let's say that you had posted everything and then you come back and you find that you had an error in a subsidiary ledger. So an example is you made a sale on account, but you recorded it to the wrong customer in the sales journal. So let's say you're the frosty mug, and we had those two instances like we did earlier in this chapter where you had those things I just made up, Franklin State Bank and Cent Farms. Let's say that Cent Farms charged, but you erroneously put it in Franklin State Bank. That would be in their charge account. That would be the example that we're looking at. So when you posted it from the sales journal to the general ledger, it was correct. The accounts receivable account as a whole shows that the correct amount for all of the total of accounts receivables is correct. However, within that, two customer accounts show the wrong balance. Franklin State Bank shows the wrong balance because you charged it to them when they shouldn't have anything charged to them, and Cent Farms is the exact opposite. They don't show anything charged to them when they should. So the correcting entry for that is going to involve only those two subsidiary accounts. In this instance, of the example I used would be Cent Farms and Franklin State Bank. So here's the example our book uses. On December 10th, discovered that a sale on account to Cumberland Center on December 3rd was incorrectly charged to the account of Country Crafters for $412, memorandum number 56. So in the general journal, the first thing you're going to do is write the date, which is the 10th. You're going to write the name of the correct customer because you need to debit their accounts receivable account. So in this instance, it was Cumberland Center, memorandum 56 for $412 in the debit. Then you're going to credit the incorrectly charged customer, who in this instance was Country Crafters. You don't need anything here because it's still under memorandum 56, and you're going to credit them $412. So in essence, that's going to take the $412 off of Country Crafters and put it into Cumberland where it should have been. The only difference between the steps for posting a journal entry into the correct customer's accounts and posting other entries into the subsidiary ledgers is that diagonal line. You don't need that diagonal line in the post reference to separate the references in the general ledger and the subsidiary, simply because it doesn't affect the general ledger account. In other words, accounts receivables, the total was still okay. So this is how you do it. Here's our general journal entry, and here's where we're posting it to. So in Country Crafters, it's on the 10th. It's from the general journal, page 12, and we are crediting 412, just like here. And then that's going to subtract that $412 that should have never been put in there, so they never should have owed that. So now their correct balance is back down to $1,222.18. On Cumberland Center, it's the 10th. You don't have to put anything in the item. It's G12, General Journal 12 again. And we're debiting them for $412. So we're adding that to their balance, and they now owe us a total of $570 because their balance previous to that was $158 plus the $412. If we had never made the error in the first place, it would have gone straight into this transaction within Cumberland Center, and Country Crafters would have never been affected. So there you go. That's all there is for this section in chapter 11, 11.5.